This is question number 8 of homework 5, actually homework 6 for chapter 5. So the first part, the question asks us to draw the isoquant. So the isoquant is the combination of the inputs which makes a fixed number of the product. And in this case, the number is said to be 3000. And based on this production function, because Q equals 1000 times the minimum of these two numbers, so if Q equals 3000, that means the minimum of these two numbers equals 3. So that's the, so let me write down that here. So if this equals 3, we can, the first number we can come up, obviously that should be L equals 3, right? Because the minimum of these two, one of them has to be 3, and the other one has to be greater, either equal to or greater than 3. So the minimum of these two numbers can be 3. So the first scenario is when L is the smaller number of the two, L equals 3. So and K, so the 3K, we can make 3K also to be 3. So these two numbers are equal to each other, hence K equals to 1. So in that case, because these two numbers are equal to each other, so the minimum of these two is also the same as either of them. So that's also 3. So that's one combination, which means L equals 3 and K equals to 1. That's on the isoquant. What about the others? So keep in mind and note that the minimum, the production function is the minimum of these two. So if the other choices, we can also make, for example, if L equals 3, we can also make 3K to be above 3. So the second scenario is L equals 3, but 3K in this case is greater than 3, right? So the K is greater than 1. So that also makes the minimum of these two equal to 3, because now L equals 3 is the smaller number of these two. And following the same thought, we can also make now this second possibility, 3K equals 3, which also means K equals 1. So now we can also make this to be the smaller number of these two. So that means we can also make L to be above 3. So do we have other scenarios? I guess that's it. So we have 3 possible scenarios. So keep in mind, for the first scenario, this is just 1 point on the isoquant. L equals 3 and K equals to 1. And for the second scenario, we keep L equals 3, and then K is above 1. So in this case, actually, it's a straight line. It's a vertical line on this chart, because we make the horizontal axis to be neighbor. So if we keep the neighbor to be at 3, and we can make K to be above 1, basically we are drawing a vertical line which is above point 1. And the third scenario, when K equals 1, we can also make L to be bigger than 3. So horizontal line which is above 3. So now we can draw this isoquant. As we said, the vertical part of this isoquant is like here. L, we fix it at L equals to 3, and then K can be either at 1 or above 1. That makes the minimum of L and 3K to be the same, and then the horizontal part of this isoquant is when L is equal to or greater than 3, and then that's our isoquant. So we choose this to be Q equals 3, and then we check our answer. Nice work. So continue this. So for the total product curve, when K equals 1, 3 times K, that's 3. So the minimum of L and 3. If L is less than 3, so then minimum of L and 3, that equals L. And when L is greater than 3, then the minimum of L and 3 is 3. So that's basically our product function with this fixed level of capital. When capital can have two possible scenarios. One, if L is less than 3, actually you can make this to be equal to, that doesn't matter. So now K, the Q, the minimum of L and 3, minimum of L and 3 becomes L, because L is the smaller of these two numbers. So this becomes, and for the second part, if L is greater than 3, so now minimum of L and 3 is 3, so Q becomes 1000 times 3, which is 3000. So when L is above 3, Q is a fixed quantity, and when L is smaller or equal to 3, Q is equal to 1000 times L. Geometrically speaking, this is the straight line. This part is a straight line for the first part. So we can draw this, because this is a straight line, so we can basically draw this portion of the total product curve by fixing 2 points on this line. When L equals to 0, obviously Q equals to 0 too, and when L equals to another number, let's say highest vertical on this graph, the highest output is 3000, so we can make this number to be 3 when L equals to 3. That's also actually the highest for the first range, so we can draw this first portion of the total product curve, 0, and when L equals to 3, 1000 times 3, that's 3000. So the second portion is right here. And keep in mind, let's go back, when L is above 3, Q is a fixed amount, 3000. So we keep this at the same level, which means on this graph, it's a horizontal part of the total product curve. And that's the total TP. And number 2, we want to draw the average product curve. So average product basically is the total product divided by labor, the L. Hence, we can also have 2 parts for the average product. Right? L is less or equal to 3. Hence, Q divided by L, that's the AP, average product. That becomes a fixed amount, 1000. And when L, the second scenario is when L is greater than 3, hence Q divided by L, that's our AP, that equals 3000 divided by L. So this portion, probably we need to calculate some numbers in order to fix this curve equals to 4 and when L equals to 5. So if L equals to 4, hence Q divided by L, that's 3000 divided by 4, that becomes 750, right? So when L equals to 5, Q divided by L, which is 3000 divided by L, that's 600. I will calculate these numbers because later on we want to fix the curves, so we need to know some quantities on this graph in order to fix this curve. So now we can draw this average product curve. When L is less or equal to 3, this AP, that's a fixed number, 1000. So that's a horizontal part of this AP, fixed at 1000, and until L equals 3. And when L is above 3, as we calculated, it should be a curve, in this case 3000 divided by L. And when L equals to 4, and this curve, on this curve, the quantity, the vertical quantity is 750. So 750, that's about here, yeah. And then when L equals to 5, this AP equals 600, it's right here, and then that's our AP. All these parts, the horizontal part and this curve, are AP. And finally, MP, marginal product. Guess based on the same total product curve, we can also calculate the marginal product because this is the straight line. So average product actually equals marginal product on this portion. So we can also have two scenarios. Let me use blue curve, a blue color in this case. When L is less or equal than 3, hence marginal product that equals AP because it's a straight line, and that equals 1000. And that's the first scenario. And the second scenario, when L is greater than 3, total product, if we go back, that equals fixed. Actually, this is 0, 1, 3000. Q equals 3000. Hence, when you increase the labor, it doesn't increase the product. Hence, the marginal product of labor after when labor is greater than 3 should equal to 0. So now we can draw this MP curve. When L is less or equal to 3, MP equals AP. Hence, they have this portion, they coincide with each other. But after that, they diverge because after when L is greater than 3, MP equals 0. Hence, that's our MP. So check answer. Nice work. So this question is kind of for some probably is a little bit complex, but as long as we follow the functions and the definition of the total product curve, marginal product curve, and average product curve, and be careful with each portion of the curve, I guess we should also be fine. And that's it for this recording.